Dear friends, hello everyone. Welcome to Peter Vision's weekly book series, a channel dedicated to sharing self-development knowledge through great books. In today's video, I'd like to talk about a book titled The Cho Em Have. This book has been translated into many languages, including a Chinese version titled Learning How to Eat Rice. I find this title extremely fitting because after reading the book, I realized that so many of us have been eating our whole lives, but genuinely don't know how to eat. Why do I say that? Firstly, many of us eat, but our taste buds are never fully awakened. That's because we often eat mindlessly. We don't truly savor the food. I recall countless times eating with friends, chatting nonstop while shoveling food into my mouth or watching movies while eating. Whatever dish caught my eye, I'd just grab it and stuff it in. It seemed like eating was just a ritual to fill the stomach. But in reality, our taste buds never truly experience the beauty and deliciousness of the meal. It's just as Confucius said long ago, many people eat, but few understand how to eat. Secondly, our stomachs often react late. Have you ever blamed yourself thinking, oh, I shouldn't have eaten so much today? That bloated, uncomfortable feeling lingering all day? That's because your stomach was already full, but you didn't sense it. So you just kept eating and eating, unable to control yourself, which is why you ended up so stuffed. In the end, you wasted quite a bit of food and lost the pleasant feeling of satisfaction after eating. Thirdly, do you often feel guilty after eating? Are you determined to lose weight but find yourself in a situation where you eat little during the day but overeat at night? Why? Because according to research, human willpower is stronger during the day than at night. Many of us might eat sparingly during the day, just salads, low-fat foods, but by evening, our willpower is depleted, making it impossible to resist delicious, fatty sweets. So, we order a few snacks to be delivered home. When hunger makes us dizzy, we just sigh and say, just this one last time, I'm too hungry to sleep. I'll start dieting again tomorrow. And then, after eating, we feel uncomfortable, as if we've gained more weight, and a wave of guilt washes over us. This vicious cycle repeats endlessly. And the most important thing is that we've turned eating, which should inherently be a beautiful aspect of life, into something so uncomfortable and miserable. Statistics show that, on average, each of us makes 200 to 300 decisions daily about what to eat. But how much conscious awareness do we truly maintain in those 200-300 decisions? It seems that most of the time, when we see food, we unconsciously break off a piece and put it in our mouths. That's why we don't experience the goodness that comes from food. Furthermore, making over 200 such decisions every day constantly leaves us with a terrible feeling of not knowing what to eat or what we should eat. And sometimes, we even choose to eat things that make us feel heavier. These are the reasons why many of us don't truly know how to eat. And the book I'm introducing to you today will teach us the true way to eat, mindful eating. Many of you have heard a lot about mindfulness books, but what exactly is mindful eating? Its core essence is to help us truly befriend our food and experience joy as we savor our meals every day. This book will reveal how to make eating, an activity that occupies a large part of our lives, a more beautiful and genuinely meaningful experience. Eating isn't just a matter of willpower. Embrace food, don't resist it. So many of us spend a large part of our time worrying about food and our weight. What should I eat today? What shouldn't I eat? When should I eat? How much? And how will this affect my weight? Because of this, there's always an internal food police living inside us, ready to correct our mistakes daily. It dictates and shames us every time we put a cookie in our mouths, for instance. To force ourselves to lose weight, we try to avoid all tempting sweets, not allowing ourselves to even look at cakes. Or, to prevent overeating, we drink lots of water before a meal, or swap our regular rice bowl for a tiny cup. You can certainly do all these things with willpower and determination, but during that process, are you truly happy, or do you feel truly miserable? The author's research shows that these are mostly temporary measures, or you might form new habits. However, when you see a piece of cake right in front of you, or when you're compelled to go to a restaurant and everyone else is eating cake, you'll immediately eat it too and revert to old habits. That's why the author tells us that eating isn't about willpower. Eating is definitely not about sheer grit or determination. Instead of forcing yourself to resist food, open yourself up to a scientifically adjusted eating regimen. Eat whatever you genuinely want to eat. Truly immerse yourself and savor its deliciousness. Remember, it's best to only eat when you feel truly hungry. Today, when you get home from work, don't rush to eat. Try practicing letting hunger build up and feel that gnawing sensation of hunger before you eat. Note, only eating when you are genuinely hungry is the proven healthiest eating method. When you truly feel hunger, you'll focus more on each bite. Eating slowly will awaken your taste buds, allowing you to savor the flavor more, feel full faster, and avoid overeating. But some of you might say, we can't always wait until we're hungry to eat. And that's true. Many of us eat for various reasons. For example, first, we eat unconsciously. We see food and we immediately put it in our mouths, but truthfully, we don't really want to eat it then. Often, we eat while scrolling on our phones, completely oblivious to the real taste, and before we know it, the food is gone. Second, we eat purely out of craving. According to the author, most cravings stem from memories, a memory of crispy fried pork belly that someone used to make for us as children, or the memory of habitually snacking at a certain time of day. Third, we eat due to social pressure. Some evenings, you might still have to entertain clients for your boss or attend a friend's birthday dinner. You feel annoyed because these unplanned events, outside your diet, force you to eat. Finally, another reason is eating merely for emotional comfort. For example, I got a raise today, I have to celebrate. Or, I'm so sad today, I need some chicken and beer to de-stress right now. All the reasons I've listed above can lead you to overeat, and then the joy fades, the sadness isn't truly alleviated, and the result is that you still lament your weight after eating. So, what should you do? This book doesn't demand that we only eat when hungry. Instead, it primarily advises us that no matter the reason you want to eat, just eat. Embrace the food and don't resist it. Instead of forcing yourself not to eat or to eat less, let your inner wisdom guide you. Do I really want this? Do I truly not know it? Am I truly hungry? Can I still enjoy it? If you genuinely crave a piece of cake, break off 3 or 4 bites, savor them, and then stop. Don't use your rationality to resist when you truly want to eat. Focus, chew slowly, and fully experience that bite of cake, then put the rest down. When you fully savor and completely focus on the cake, you'll realize that just 3 or 4 bites can bring immense satisfaction, feeling like a full serving, and importantly, without causing discomfort to your body. You'll gain joy from relishing the food's deliciousness, rather than letting sweets control you, making you unable to stop eating one after another. If you're at a party and you happen to eat a lot, don't blame yourself. You can reduce your intake tomorrow or exercise by running more kilometers in the park. You need to understand that in reality, there's no such thing as good food or bad food. Our human minds tend to categorize foods as good or bad, but in truth, all foods provide us with a certain amount of calories. Therefore, we only need to be aware of the caloric content to adjust our balance and gain the nutrition they offer. In summary, mindful eating is conscious eating. When you feel hungry, eat. When you start to feel full, stop. When you crave something, eat a little of it. If you want sweets, eat them. If you want savory, eat it. If you want spicy, eat it. Don't force yourself to eat or not to eat something. Eat what your body's instinct tells you it truly wants. Truly understand the reasons you eat and gain a deeper sense of yourself. Listen to your body's needs, listen to your mind. Only you can truly understand your body, not anyone else. Conscious eating is an approach that pays attention to your mental and emotional states, gradually helping you focus more on yourself. Focus on the immense benefits of short meditations before and after eating. Focus is the core element of mindful eating. Focus will lead you to a state of mindfulness. But what exactly is a state of mindfulness? In reality, you've experienced mindfulness many times in life, whether you've practiced it or not. It could be the moment you suddenly see a rainbow appearing in the sky after the rain, or when you gaze at the sky, immersed in its breathtaking beauty, or when you look at a smiling baby's face, or when you smell the fragrant scent of a flower. These are all moments when we achieve mindfulness. Mindfulness is the process of attentively and focusedly perceiving your inner and outer worlds, without adding any judgment or commentary. When you are fully aware without judging whether a dish is good or bad, or a food is healthy or unhealthy, then, without criticism, you will fully embrace the food. By simply focusing on each bite, you will completely experience the beauty that comes from eating. To enhance focus while eating and to practice mindful eating more effectively, the author advises you to meditate. Long meditation sessions will help you train your ability to perceive and concentrate. However, short meditation exercises before and after meals will be extremely effective in supporting you. Even just 1 or 2 brief minutes of quiet contemplation before and after eating is enough to help us bring our minds to focus on something, such as the feeling of hunger, the desire to eat a particular food, or the pressure you felt before a recent meal. When you become aware of it and recognize it, you will understand why you eat, and from there, you will take better care of your own feelings. You can choose to close your eyes or keep them open, sit or stand. But the ultimate goal is that this practice of short meditation before and after eating should be doable anywhere. First, take a deep breath, allowing air to fill your abdomen, or imagine you're pumping air into this area. As you inhale, let your breath help relax your muscles, and then exhale slowly. You'll find that deep breathing doesn't necessarily need to be maintained throughout the entire meditation, but this method of deep breathing can help transmit a message of conscious practice to your mind and body as you begin. The second thing is to pay attention to your mind and focus where you want. You can focus on emotions, bodily sensations, or thoughts. And finally, there's no need to criticize or judge the thoughts that arise in your mind. Simply be aware of them and know that you are cultivating yourself by using a few minutes to observe your own experience. Afterwards, you can choose an effective way to respond when eating, embracing, enjoying, savoring your food, and stopping at the right time when you feel full, rather than eating mindlessly. The practice starts with 4 raisins. Once you're accustomed to short mindfulness practices, you can begin to develop your ability to eat more consciously. I'll introduce you to an exercise called the Raisin Exercise, a signature practice from Dr. Kabat-Zinn's mindfulness-based stress reduction course. Through this exercise, you can enhance your awareness practice with any other type of food. You know, raisins are easy to eat, but when we eat them, it's very easy to fall into mindless eating, even grabbing handfuls to put in our mouths. We'll perform this exercise by placing 4 raisins on a plate in front of you. Close your eyes, take a deep breath to enter a short meditation in this focused and relaxed state. Then, open your eyes, choose 1 raisin, and look at it as if you're seeing it for the very first time, as if you've never seen or eaten a raisin before. What do you notice now? How does this raisin look? Pay attention to its size and texture. Close your eyes and bring it to your nose. How does it smell? Next, slowly bring the raisin into your mouth, but don't chew it immediately. Gently touch it, roll it around in your mouth. Notice its sensation and flavor. Gradually begin to chew slowly, fully experiencing the flavor of each bite. How did the raisin's flavor change when you bit into it? What changes as you continue to chew? When do you start to feel the urge to swallow? Continue chewing the raisin until you no longer feel the sensation of freshness from it. And finally, how do you feel after swallowing this raisin? Next, you'll eat the second and third raisins in a similar manner, fully experiencing them with all your senses. Take your time and don't rush. Pay attention to the texture, aroma, and taste of each raisin. How are they similar or different? Be aware of your thoughts and feelings throughout the eating process. Are you criticizing the raisin or reacting to it in any way? Finally, when you're ready to eat the 4th raisin, pause and consider whether you genuinely want to eat more. At this point, you can decide to pick up the raisin or leave it. Try not to make a hasty decision. Instead, wait until after you've finished the first 3 raisins. If you decide to eat it, do so with the same mindful and grateful attitude as the first 3. Regardless of whether you decide to eat the 4th raisin or not, reflect on how you made that decision. What was your decision-making process like? What were your thoughts of doubt or worry? After completing the exercise, take 2 to 3 deep breaths, bringing your awareness back to your body, and slowly open your eyes. You can practice this exercise whenever you have free time. It doesn't need to be done daily. For example, you could schedule it 2 or 3 times a week. I find the experience of this exercise to be very effective in supporting and helping you develop your sensory perception, awakening your awareness of everything. It also serves as an easier way to practice mindful eating, eating with awareness, and fully savoring the beautiful taste of food. Finally, leverage the power of external wisdom and scientific knowledge. For those constantly worried about their weight, it's crucial to understand that the rule for losing excess fat is that energy expended must be greater than calorie intake. Therefore, learn to understand the caloric content of each food. Just by reducing the oil in a dish, you can cut down many calories. Another point is to embrace exercise with joy, because the author reveals a vicious paradox. If you only exercise because you're overweight, you're very likely to think, I worked out so hard today, I deserve a bowl of pho. And then, right after you finish that bowl of pho, your 5 km run vanishes, you feel sad again, resolve to exercise, and then eat again. That's why the author advises us to exercise with pleasure and to eat with complete joy. This is true living wisdom, knowing how to genuinely eat and move. Mindfulness reveals that many struggles and pains in life stem from our excessive attachment to what we want and our excessive fear of things that cause us problems. Let go of those stubborn attachments. Simply eat with joy and truly feel your being. We can be healthy and love life even more. In summary, the 4 core elements for mindful eating are meditation, understanding your willpower, embracing and being grateful for food, and adjusting to a scientific eating regimen. Overall, I find this book to have very simple yet equally fascinating content. Eating, for us, is indeed very simple. We do it every day. However, despite its simplicity, how many of us truly know how to eat in the most complete way? Through today's video, I also hope that you can set aside your worries and discard the trivial anxieties around you to truly feel what your eating means to you and how important it is in your life. We essentially eat 3 meals a day. A large part of our lives is spent on eating. So, if you want to live a truly meaningful life, then this is an important aspect that creates meaning in your life. Finally, I wish that each of us can feel our food, eat mindfully, to truly live and fully savor every second, every minute. Thank you for listening. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, leave your thoughts below, and share it with those who need it. Tune in to Peter Vision Weekly to grow in mindset and wisdom through great books. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you in the next content.